Trigger warning. There are going to be lots of talk and not live, okay? So, disclaimer, this is not live. I'm going to show old footage of my service dog when she was a puppy. And it's triggering. This topic is triggering. Dogs in shopping cart is really very triggering for a lot of people. Narcissists, disabled narcissists. And so if your comments show gaslighting or not listening and circuitous arguments, I'm gonna silence you so you can have that conversation with yourself on your own time. Okay, so without further ado, I've issued my trigger warning. This is Satori in February of 2021. I would say that this store, after I had that incident at Costco, I started taking her to Sam's Club to do my Instacart stuff, and I had to make money somehow, so I just saw it very much like something I had to do. Like I saw it at like kind of like breastfeeding in public. And you may not agree with or support that at all, and that's okay. To you, this might look like an atrocity. This might be so offensive that you're like pulling your hair out. But before you pull your hair out, I have some cuter, or not cuter, more offensive imagery to show you. So stay tuned. I have another clip for you. Here's another trigger warning. More really cute dogs in carts. Where's this one? Okay, let's take that one off. And where did I put this one? Oh yeah. Okay, so Sam's Club has been really good for me. The management and the employees, after I had that Costco incident, it gave me anxiety. It was definitely like jarring. It was my first like confrontation, around my disability and my service dog. I did fawn, like I looked at the ground. So that was early on in my journey. And even this footage, which is of the which is of the Sam's Club employee, is going to trigger some people. But let's see. Where is it? I'm sorry, people. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Nope, Sam's Club Love it's called. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. So what was really great was like there was a time when I was dysregulated and I was working, doing deliveries. My phone was dying. I was with my dog. They never once questioned me. Like they never said, take your dog out of the shopping cart, which is what they did at Costco. Which I didn't know what the laws were or the rules, and also like I didn't care at the time. Like I was just gonna I was just gonna go and do my thing until I figured out what to do, which is pretty much how my brain works. And so I didn't know my therapist was aiding me in like kind of urging me to just take my dog into stores because my main income at the time was delivering groceries. So she was just kind of encouraging me so that I can get income and not be stalled and still get my dog. So this is like later on in the process, and like I said, this is going to anger a lot of people, but this is just my dog in training, and this is what she does best, basically, Let's gonna make you really mad. Haters gonna hate. My dog is a lover, and love is her service. But it's not just love that's her service. It's like early on in your service dog training career, you really just kind of have to expose them to environments. And if you're really offended by this and you're like, they're breaking the law, I'm going to call the state of Hawaii, I'm going to call the police and get your dog taken away. Well, someone made a comment about that. I thought that was really interesting. Because, you know, disabled people are also marginalized people. So finding a lawyer to fight for the rights of the marginalized people is something that takes a lot of perseverance that people spend their whole careers doing. So since I already fought for marginalized people, I know that law enforcement doesn't enforce people with fake service dogs and get them taken away, because, you know, my dog would have to be seen as a threat or a nuisance. She doesn't seem like a threat or a nuisance. She's obviously a puppy and she's not trained. She's not a trained dog. She's a little puppy. But I couldn't leave her in the car. And part of my relational healing part is like this idea of the responsibility. It's like having a real care baby, I think of it. Like, so if you are not able to be a pet person and you have to advocate for your dog at all times, how they act in public, if you are going to leave them at home or in the car, how are you going to work while you have your dog or your cat? Are you going to let them jump on people? I mean, this is super offensive to a lot of people. I can just and I think I could frame it such that I could set it up so that I could get a lot of nasty comments, because I certainly got a lot of nasty comments last time. But just again, like I said, this is old footage, and your service dog training journey is long. And like since then, since Tori and I have come a really long way. We've changed. I mean, this is many, many hours in the journey. And so I am grateful for Sam's Club for, being supportive of basically pets in their stores. It is a pet-friendly store, even though it doesn't openly say that. But if you're one of the people who are like super offended by this, by dogs in shopping carts or people with fake service dogs, then I think it's your responsibility then to prepare for the fact that there's going to be these fake service dogs in shopping carts ruining your day or destroying you or washing your service dog. If that's what you think is going to happen, then it's your responsibility to protect your team at all times, no matter what. If that's like, you're so afraid of my dog, which now my service dog is, has not been in carts since like over 8 months. I don't even know. Has been 4 on the floor for a very long time, but then went through like at least 1 month or 2 months of protests, like where she was basically just a pet and she wanted to stay at home. Right after I had taken these dog photos. So, where are they? Happy dog photos. Oh, okay. Ooh, where are they? I don't know, I can't find them. Shoots. Check in on my cat cam, my kitten cam, for a little bit of cuteness. I know you're gonna hate. It's okay. If you feel yourself getting into a rage about people with their fake service dogs, what I was gonna say was that it's your responsibility to keep your team safe at all times. And I've learned that because you don't have to just deal with dogs at stores. You have to deal with people's pets and dogs at parks, on the sidewalks, in other aspects of public, you know? I think it's just people are angry about the people who are abusing their access powers. And I would say that if you want to file a complaint against Sam's Club and say they're breaking the law, this needs to be stopped. I'm totally quoting someone who left these comments on my last video. This needs to be stopped. I'm calling law enforcement. I want these fake service dogs taken away from these people. There's empty threats. It's was not scaring me at all. And I personally I'm doing this on purpose because I want to expose myself to all the possible criticism. A lot of it is that criticism and that judgment, if judgment, you're afraid, you've been afraid all your life of what people are going to say, what the narcissist is going to say. I've found myself standing up to all the different narcissists that are everywhere. They're all in my life. They're in my chosen family. They're in my bio family. You cannot have them around you. You cannot create this narc-free zone because narcissism and codependency are a huge part of it's a global freaking culture, My relatives in Japan are narcissistic and codependent. This is an ancestral trauma, everyone. That's enough kitty, right? Kitty cam off. Oh, I was going to show you more happy dog photos, but let me see if I can get that back up. Hold on. Oh, there we go. It's happy dog, happy service dog photos. Dapper dogs. Yeah, she has her white gloves. So this is the gentle leader, it's so called, right? But I didn't notice that she had been doing this early on in her career, had always been posing like this, hated this thing that was wrapped around her mouth. And this is the first day that I brought her home, and she's really good at taking pictures. So I am an empath, and I understand when my dog is happy. This is really, I was so proud of this day, right? As a dog mom, she made me so proud as a dog mom. I'm oh my god, she's at school with me, woo-hoo-hoo, right? And then the next day she's I don't want to go to school. And if I was a narcissist mom, then I would be you're coming to school. I got permission for you to go to school. You better get your ass in the car. But through this whole process, a month or August, let's see, August 30th, we got the kitty. August, it's now October, so it's been a month, 6 weeks. She stopped being a service dog in training for about 6 weeks as well. And it wasn't until I got the kitten and changed to a prong collar. I got the kitten and I enforced the prong collar full time at the same time because I believe in using the prong collar when it's basically life or death. And so I didn't want, the kitten to be killed by my dog, right? So I started to use the prong collar, so I wanted to enforce boundaries for the kitten who couldn't enforce boundaries for himself yet. But now he can, and he's really good, and they play fight all the time, and it's really, they play cat and mouse with my dog being the cat. Just do this to infuriate people who are so angry about dogs and shopping carts. I'm really showing you the complexities, really, of the service dog journey, that my dog is a psychiatric service dog, and her very task is to reflect training, to reflect a relational healing, to reflect a program that forces both of us to be in an alpha training state at all times, right? I can't regress into I can't be kidnapped as easily into my child state because I am in my parent state. And it's 24/7. I also am in a parent state when I am a teacher, but that's not 24/7. I go home, and I actually get dysregulated often in the chaos of teaching, which I'm going to do a separate video on. But I work with kindergarten all the way up to high school, and it can get really chaotic. So it's not an environment that a dog could really work in. Like the normal integrated classroom is very chaotic. And so because of that chaos, that triggers my CPTSD and my PTSD, and it's just like, it takes me many days to recover from the few days that I am able to teach. So because I'm not able to do this full time. I'm not able to have a full-time job. My disability stops me from being able to work a full-time job. I can't take my dog to school unless I wanted to consider being a special ed teacher and work with a very specialized population, which I could do, but I want to explore that a little bit more before, But again, CPTSD is you can heal from it, and I am healing from it. Me standing up to a narcissist that I've had in my family for a very long time, as well as going no contact with my own bio family, has been very has helped me to become very stronger in my own body. And Tycho wants you to be stronger in your own body. Right, Tycho? Yeah, I can tell that this is a program that's working because I'm able to recognize the patterns, because I'm actually in my alpha leader state more. Now that I've added 2 siblings basically to our pack, which is identical to the family, the narcissistic family structure that I grew up in as the bottom, there is more healing that has been happening just in a short amount of time. And it was this kitten that got Satori back into the service dog track for me, which was really necessary at the time when I dysregulated not too long ago. Alright, that's all for now. I await your comments. Bring it!